By the end of this video, you're going to know the biggest mistakes most beginners make that are killing their gains in the gym. If you're making any of the following mistakes, you're quite literally setting yourself up to go to the gym month after month and not see any progress at all. But don't worry, if you just fix these 7 critical mistakes, it's going to increase your gains and put you on the fast track for success. Fixing these mistakes allowed me to go from looking like this to looking like this. Now, even missing out on one of these can make the difference in between success and failure, so make sure you stay to the end of the video to see what you need to avoid. Now, the very first mistake that I see most people make is not having a fixed routine. Most people go into the gym and they have no clear-cut path to progress. They usually wind up working on the same exact muscle group over and over. It's usually chest and arms. For one, your body needs a break, which is a mistake as well, but what they end up doing is putting way too much emphasis on one muscle group and then totally neglecting all of the others. You need a fixed routine, a routine that hits all the major muscle groups of your entire body on a consistent basis. It needs to be mechanical, it's going to be methodical, but it's going to ensure that you don't hit legs twice and then upper body 18 times in 1 month. Another reason is the body is very interconnected. For instance, say that I'm doing bench press. That has your chest, shoulders, and your arms all involved. So if I have a smaller routine that hits all of those individual muscle groups I just mentioned on different days, then it's going to bring up the overall strength of the actual bench press. The sum is only as strong as its parts. It's also going to make sure that your physique is balanced and well-rounded. I have a ton of examples of this, but you just need to make sure that you hit all of the major muscle groups in your body at least once or twice a week. Now, this next mistake makes a difference in between you making gains and just completely wasting your time. And the fact is, most people just aren't training hard enough. You've got to be intentional. You can't just go through the motions whenever you're in the gym, guys. Which routine do you think would be more effective? Me going into the gym, doing 4 or 5 sets of curls for 10 reps, and each time that I hit 10, I just put the weight down without any struggle? Or if I do 2 to 3 sets of curls, and on each set, I go to complete failure until I can't go any more at all. The last method would obviously be more effective because you're operating on the threshold of what your body is actually capable of. So it's better to do less sets with more focus and higher intensity. Most people don't realize you actually have to force growth. You have to find your limitations and be constantly pushing them. Simply put, you have to present your body a reason to change, or it just won't. If you constantly challenge yourself each time you go into the gym and you fix all of the other mistakes I'm going to cover with you, you will see progress in the gym. Now, this next mistake is probably the most neglected amongst the entire gym community, so if you want a leg up, be sure to do what I'm about to share with you. And the mistake is not tracking your progress. The fact is, you're going to have to constantly push yourself in order to give your body a reason to change. But how can you do that if you're not tracking your progress to begin with? You can't improve what you don't measure, guys. Progressive overload is going to have to enter the picture here. Progressive overload is just a fancy term of pushing your limits every time in either weight, reps, or duration of exercise. If we're not constantly pushing ourselves to new heights, then we're not giving our body a reason to actually change. Therefore, no muscle growth is actually needed. You can avoid this by keeping a training journal or logging your progress in an app. Log your workouts, weights, and rep ranges. And then next time you come into the gym, make it your goal to beat that previous record. If you can do this on a consistent basis, you will make progress. Now, mistake number 4 can have you leaving serious gains on the table, so make sure that you're doing this correctly. Mistake number 4 is ego lifting. You have to decide, do you want to be a weightlifter or do you want to be a bodybuilder? Do I want to go into the gym and lift a lot of heavy weight, or do I actually want to get bigger muscles? I can go into the gym and move around a lot of heavy weight with a lot of swinging, a lot of grunting, but it's not actually going to accomplish anything. The thing you have to understand is your body doesn't realize whether you're using a 50-pound dumbbell or you're using a 100-pound dumbbell. All it knows is the stress that you're putting your muscle under. This is a mistake that I made for a very long time. I was more concerned about looking strong rather than training properly. If I would have been less worried about what people thought and just used a proper weight, then I probably would have made a lot more progress a lot sooner. So take it from me, getting bigger muscles is all about time under tension. It's going to make a major difference if you just slow down and use a weight that you can control. Use a full range of motion with proper form and actually isolate the muscle you're looking to work. Good, clean, slow reps, burning out the muscle, and really getting the most out of the movement. Now, this next mistake is the most critical and it's vital that you get it sorted out. And it is not eating enough food. We've all heard that muscle is built in the kitchen. I didn't like the phrase whenever I first heard it either, but it's true. You have to have this box checked or you're quite literally going to go to the gym month after month and not see any results. And that's no exaggeration. You can go into the gym and do everything that I just suggested to you, but if you're not doing this one, it's just not going to happen for you. People go into the gym and work really, really hard and wonder why they're not seeing any progress. Then come to find out they're only eating 1 meal a day. The fact is, they're trying to build muscle without the essential building blocks being there to begin with. It's basically like trying to drive your car cross country on $5 worth of gas, and then not just doing it once, but doing it day after day after day. It's that egregious of an error. Look guys, you can't build something from nothing. You have to make sure that you're giving your body the correct calories in order to finish the muscle building process. The best way to judge whether a routine is actually effective or not is if you gained weight, got stronger, or you got bigger. None of which are possible if you don't have enough calories. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go on Google, put in calorie calculator. Whenever it pops up, it's going to have you put all your information in. Your age, your height, your weight, all of that. It's going to spit out what your maintenance range of calories should be. It's going to show you how many calories you need to drop weight, and then it's also going to show you how many calories you need to gain weight. Make sure you eat a well-balanced diet high in protein. For more information on diet, then watch the video that I suggest at the end to give you a little bit more of a complete understanding. Once you find your maintenance range of calories, make sure you stay in a caloric surplus of at least 300 to 500 calories. This will ensure you gave your body the proper calories it needed to build muscle. Now, mistake number 6 can be a big issue if you don't know what you're doing, and it is overemphasis on supplements. Most people think that the reason they're not getting any bigger is because they haven't found the right supplements, and they search around for supplements just thinking that if they just find that one, then it's going to give them the gains that they've always dreamed of, and it's not true. The fact is, if you're making all the mistakes that I've mentioned above, then supplements are a moot point. They should come after you've got everything else down. If you think that you're not making gains because you don't have the correct supplements, that lets me know that you don't actually know the fundamentals of what it actually takes to build muscle in the first place. The thing that's going to benefit you the most is getting on a steady routine, nailing your diet, and learning the fundamentals of muscle growth. If your foundation isn't strong, any weight that you put on it is just going to crumble. Overemphasis on supplements is usually just a lack of knowledge. You need to start with the basics and start building from there. That should be your main priority. Now, one other mistake in all of this, and I'm not going to go into too much detail on it, is consistency. Training 3 weeks extremely hard and then taking a full month off isn't going to get you anywhere. You're going to have to apply these principles on a consistent day in and day out basis to see any progress. Consistency is what's going to win the game here. That being said, you can do this. You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. You're going to go through times where you're not motivated. I've got a ton of motivational content on my channel, so be sure if you get in a slump to use them. I also have a ton of YouTube shorts on my channel. These are going to teach you the ins and the outs of working out. It's going to give you a lot more details that I didn't break down today, and they actually work. Guys, go and use them. Also, if you get 6 months in and you're looking to get more fine-tuned routine in your diet, make sure you hit me up in the comment section, or I left my email in the description below. I will coach you. I want to see you guys get results, so make sure that you hit me up. That being said, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please share, like, and subscribe for more content. Hit the notification bell below so you can get all of my stuff that's coming out. If you like this video, then you're really going to like this next one. I break down everything you need to know to fast track your progress as a beginner. So go ahead and click on this video and I'll see you guys over there. All right, guys, peace.